She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, introduced a wrecking crew in its third episode. This Asgardian-powered supervillain team promises to play a bigger role in the streaming series, and that makes sense as they play a fairly consistent role in Marvel Comics, especially against foes like Thor and Hercules, whom they fought in major battles. The Wrecking Crew may not number among the most powerful or compelling supervillains in the Marvel Universe, but they're connected to many key moments and storylines that offer potential clues to their MCU future. Their comics also may point toward developments for other key characters in live action as well. 10. The Wrecker. Everything begins with the Wrecker. The Wrecker first appears in Thor number 148 in 1967, a common thief who inadvertently stumbles into great power. Dirk Garthwaite busts into a hotel room where Loki is in the middle of summoning Karnilla to give him back the powers Odin took in an iconic Thor comic book storyline. Karnilla confuses Garthwaite for Loki and bestows superpowers on him. The Wrecker used his new superhuman strength to go around wrecking things, leading to his first confrontation with Thor. Their Silver Age battles spilled over into the modern day, though it would be several years before the Wrecking Crew emerged. 9. The Wrecking Crew. The Wrecking Crew forms in 1974 in the Defenders number 17. The team comes about after the Wrecker, imprisoned by Thor for his crimes, distributes his power to 3 other inmates to escape. He uses his magical powers to harness a lightning bolt into his crowbar. This transfers power into Pillardriver, Bulldozer, and Thunderball. They escape prison and fight the Defenders alongside Power Man, among the strongest Avengers in Marvel Comics, immediately establishing them as major foes for key Marvel heroes. 8. Enchanted powers. The Wrecking Crew possesses incredible superhuman strength, ranking them instantly among Thor's most powerful villains in Marvel Comics. Their power derives entirely from Wrecker's crowbar, which gained its own power from contact with his enchanted skin. They collectively share superhuman strength, endurance, and agility. The Wrecking Crew only maintain their power while near the crowbar, though. If the other 3 members besides Wrecker get too far away from it, their powers wane, something that could factor in the MCU as well. 7. Thunderball. Thunderball, Dr. Elliot Franklin, also brings an enchanted weapon into the mix. He wields a ball and chain enchanted with power from Wrecker's crowbar. The ball and chain also generates energy bolts and functions somewhat like the crowbar in that it returns to Thunderball after has thrown it at an opponent. Thunderball numbers among the smartest people in the Marvel Universe, though he uses his deep knowledge of gamma radiation and its effects to ill use in the Defenders number 17. He helps create a gamma bomb the team threatens New York City with. 6. Bulldozer. Bulldozer lacks an enchanted weapon, but he does wear unique armor that makes him instantly recognizable to his enemies. His specially crafted armor encloses his head and upper body. He primarily uses the helmet as a battering ram, put to best use against Avengers Mansion in Under Siege, among the best Avengers comic storylines ever. Like the other members, Bulldozer possesses superhuman strength and endurance, but his powers ebb whenever he gets too far away from the crowbar, which does happen on occasion. 5. Pillardriver. Pillardriver also fights without a weapon, but he doesn't really need one. His hands more than qualify. Pillardriver's hands became much larger thanks to his powers, and as a result, he possesses far more superhuman strength in them than others. This makes him particularly dangerous against Thor, as he proved in Thor number 304. He does share the same weakness in regards to the crowbar, and absent his powers has ended up in prison on numerous occasions, including at the Pleasant Hill facility operated by S. HIELD. 4. Damage control. The Wrecking Crew's appearance in She-Hulk, Attorney at Law likely comes as no surprise to Marvel Comics fans as they do share a connection to damage control. The team winds up in the Vault, a superhuman prison operated by Damage Control, and very similar to the one in the streaming series, in Damage Control number 1 from 1989. Comic book fans know Damage Control plays a unique role in the Marvel Universe, cleaning up after superhuman battles, but also operating behind the scenes in mysterious ways that could play out in the MCU. 3. Under Siege. The Wrecking Crew delivers their most devastating blow in Under Siege, a seminal Avengers storyline from the late 1980s. They team up with the Masters of Evil for an all-out war on the Avengers that leads to utter disaster. They first team up to take down Hercules, beating the Olympian god so severely he's left in a coma. They then participate in the cataclysmic assault on Avengers Mansion, destroying the highly fortified headquarters and injuring Jarvis, Iron Man's butler, in the process. If the Wrecking Crew hang around in the MCU, this storyline could play out in live action. 2. Secret Wars. The team also could factor in the MCU Secret Wars. The Wrecking Crew wound up on Battleworld along with all the other major Marvel superheroes and villains in the original 1985 event. They fought She-Hulk in Secret Wars number 6, and the battle went about as well for them as it did in their first MCU appearance. The villains appear to kill the Wasp, leading to She-Hulk and other heroes to seek justice. She-Hulk proves her extraordinary strength and determination by single-handedly defeating the team. 1. The Big House. 2004's She-Hulk number 5 may hold the key to the Wrecking Crew's immediate MCU future. This run by writer Dan Slott inspired the new show's focus on Jennifer as a lawyer. In the 5th issue, she visits the Big House, a superhuman prison similar to the one in the series, and finds the Wrecking Crew shrunken down and placed in a tiny cell. The Wrecking Crew wound up in the prison after being reduced in size by Pym particles. This funny outcome could manifest in the MCU if they continue to factor in the series.